Hello, and welcome back to the Rising Voice English podcast. I'm very happy you are here today. Let me ask you a question. When you want to speak English, do you first think in your native language and then translate the sentence into English? If you do this, you are not alone. Many English learners experience the same challenge. They understand English words, they know grammar rules, but when they try to speak, their brain becomes slow. Why does this happen? Because the brain is translating instead of communicating. But today, we will talk about something powerful, a new habit that can change the way you use English. That habit is learning to think in English. When you start thinking in English, speaking becomes faster, listening becomes easier, and communication becomes more natural. So take a comfortable breath, relax your mind, and let's begin. Part 1. Why thinking in English matters. Language is not only about words. Language is also about thinking. When people speak their first language, they do not translate. They simply think. The ideas appear directly in their mind. Then the words come out naturally. But when we learn a second language, many English learners build a translation habit. They think in their native language. Then they search for English words. Then they try to build a sentence. This process takes time, and sometimes the conversation moves forward before the learner can respond. That moment can feel frustrating. But there is good news. Your brain can learn a new pattern. You can train yourself to think directly in English. And when that happens, speaking becomes smoother, communication becomes faster, and confidence begins to grow. Part 2. The first step to thinking in English. The first step is very simple. Start with small thoughts. You do not need long sentences. You do not need complex grammar. You only need simple observations. Look around you. Notice your environment. Then describe it in English. For example, I am sitting. I am drinking coffee. I am listening to a podcast. I see a window. I see a table. These thoughts are simple, but they activate English thinking inside your brain. The more often you do this, the more natural English thinking becomes. Part 3. Describing your day in English. One powerful exercise is describing your day. This can happen anywhere, while walking, while cooking, while traveling. You can quietly describe your actions. For example, I am walking to work. The weather is warm today. I see many cars on the road. I feel a little tired. I need some coffee. These small descriptions help your brain connect actions with English words. Over time, your mind begins to create English thoughts automatically. And when this happens, speaking becomes easier. Part 4. Thinking in pictures. Another powerful method is thinking in pictures. Your brain naturally understands images. When you see something, an idea appears instantly. You can use this ability to practice English. Look at an object. For example, a chair. Instead of translating the word from your language, simply say in your mind, chair. Then build a small idea. Comfortable chair. Brown chair. Wooden chair. Your brain connects the image directly with English. No translation needed. This technique strengthens natural language learning. Part 5. Ask yourself simple questions. Questions are powerful tools for thinking practice. You can ask yourself simple questions throughout the day. For example, what am I doing? What will I do next? What do I need today? What do I want to learn? Then answer in simple English. I am working. I will cook dinner. I need to study English. I want to improve my speaking. This small conversation inside your mind helps develop English thinking. And over time, your internal voice becomes English. Part 6. Building vocabulary naturally. Thinking in English also helps vocabulary grow. When you describe your day, you discover words that are useful. For example, if you talk about food, you learn food vocabulary. If you describe work, you learn professional words. This type of vocabulary is very practical. It comes from real life. And practical vocabulary is easier to remember. Your brain learns words in context, not from memorization alone. This makes learning more natural. Part 7. Listening helps thinking. Listening is another important step. When you listen to English, your brain observes how ideas are expressed. You learn rhythm. You learn pronunciation. You learn how sentences flow naturally. Podcasts are perfect for this practice. You can listen while walking. You can listen while relaxing. You can listen while doing daily tasks. And slowly, the patterns of English enter your mind. Then your thoughts begin to follow those patterns. Part 8. Be patient with your brain. Learning to think in English does not happen overnight. It is a gradual process. At first, your brain may still translate. This is normal. Do not feel discouraged. Every small practice session helps your brain adapt. Think of your brain like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Consistency is more important than perfection. Even 5 minutes of thinking practice each day creates progress. Part 9. Turning practice into habit. Habits are powerful. When something becomes a habit, you do it automatically. You do not need extra motivation. To build the habit of thinking in English, connect the practice to daily routines. For example, think in English while brushing your teeth. Think in English while walking. Think in English while cooking. These small moments appear every day. They become perfect practice opportunities. And slowly, English thinking becomes a natural part of your life.
Confidence through progress. As your thinking improves, something wonderful happens. Speaking becomes easier. Your responses become faster. Your confidence begins to grow. You no longer feel the same pressure to translate. Instead, your ideas appear directly in English, and communication becomes more natural. This transformation does not happen suddenly. It grows step by step, but every day of practice moves you forward. Final message. Today, we explored a powerful idea: learning to think in English. This skill can change your communication ability. It removes translation. It increases speed. And it builds confidence. Remember, you do not need perfect grammar to start thinking in English. You only need simple thoughts and daily practice. Describe your day. Ask simple questions. Observe the world in English. And slowly, your brain will adapt. Your English will grow stronger, and your voice will become more confident. Podcast outro. Thank you for listening to Rising Voice English. If you enjoyed today's episode, please follow the podcast and share it with another English learner. Every episode is designed to help your voice rise with English. Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep rising.